We are at round 5 of the Mountain State Hare Scramble in Princeton, West Virginia, Rockwell Hill Farm. And yes, I like to admit I have a problem. They always say the first thing you can do to solve a problem is admit it, and we'll get back to that in a minute. But first, yes, we're going to have all kinds of action for you. We have a good old-fashioned mutter. Before we get to that, let's check out these youth tackling the muddy track. I want to give a big shout out to Trail Seeker Adventure team member Trey Hovatter for getting his first overall. Way to go.
How'd you do off the start today? You was able to make
The youths had a blast out ripping up the mud. Now it's my turn, which comes back to my problem I'm admitting to. I have a bum leg. I really should be out here. I said, well, I'm going to go watch. And I thought, well, it's going to be dry, so I'm just going to load my bike up. Then the rain came, and I thought, nah, I'm not even going to unload my bike. I get here, I see all the bikes getting ready to go. I run down, sign up, and here I am, sitting on the line. I'm going to go out. I tell everybody that I'm just going to go out and trail ride, but you know how that is. I'm going to want to do as best I can. I'm sitting here on row 4. It's the 40 AB class. Also on this row is the 30 AB class. We have about 6 or 7 in our class. I'm not sure how many's on the row. I'm on my 300 2020 Beta RR. The 2-stroke starts pretty quick, but I'm not sure that I even want a good hole shot. I don't need the pressure. So let's see how she turns out. Coming into turn 1, I know it's slick. I was wanting to cut to the inside here. Didn't get in there. Coming out turn 1, about third. I get passed by a few at this point in time. I'm not 100% sure who's in my class or who isn't. But mostly I'm going to get you one full lap. This is lap 1. Not a lot happened on lap 1 other than me slipping, sliding, going slow, being careful. But lap 2 gets pretty exciting. I do lose my number plate coming ripping out through here and hit a surprising hole that caught me off guard. Must have not had that tight. But other than that, not a lot went on lap 1. Lap 2 is pretty exciting, so I'm going to get you a full second lap. Coming in, I believe I was third in my class on the first lap. So let's jump out here on lap 2. Had a lot of bottlenecks. The track was starting to dry out a little bit. This property is a pretty hard clay even when it's dry. It's kind of slick. But I was surprised actually how much traction was out here, especially about lap 3. It dried up pretty good. This is my first 2-hour motor on the dirt bike this year. So let's just say I'm not in the best shape for these conditions. The 300 I just did a full top end rebuild on her. This is the first trip out. It's doing pretty good. I love the 2-stroke on a muddy day. We're hopping back into the woods. This is after the start. She's pretty slimy. And back as far as talking about admitting that I have a problem, I really shouldn't be out here with my knee the way it is. I have an ACL separation. Got a good knee brace, but for some odd reason I just cannot keep my butt off of this bike. I love coming out here, talking to people, riding my dirt bike. I was wanting to come out and race on Sunday. The Mountain State Hare Scramble is a 2-day event. On Saturday they have the bikes. On Sunday they have the four-wheelers. But we have family coming in for a family event on Sunday. So here I am racing a dirt bike on Saturday. A lot of people, as you can see along the track, already struggle on having problems. There were parts out here on the track that I could stand up and go at pretty much my normal pace, but there was some slippery off-camber left-hand turns that I was pretty slow around, but I was 100% enjoying the track. There's a couple holes out here you wanted to be heads up on.
Thank you.
I'm ripping down a road or something, there was a couple holes that would definitely catch you off guard, potentially throwing you over the bars or something. But she dried up halfway decent. One of the things that I had more problems than I was even expecting, well, I didn't even expect it to be a problem, but once we came to a bottleneck, I wasn't able to get off my bike or push. I basically just got in the main rut, waited till everybody ahead of me got out of the way, and just got up when it was my turn.
Thank you.
I only went down 2 times on this day. One of them was right down here. Actually, right here. I was in the left lane as I am now, and I decided to go to the right lane. Bad decision. Fell over on the right hand side, no big deal. And then once on the last lap, I was trying to get up a bottleneck section. Somebody was already cross-rutted. I got up, thought I could get around them. I was wrong. Get up and fall over. Basically landed back down at the bottom of the hill. Had to get up, drag the front of the bike around, and wait for an opening and get myself up the hill. I usually like bottlenecks. Bottlenecks, you know, they can help you or hurt you, but most of the time, if you can keep your momentum, find a good route to get past the bottleneck, you can make up time. But I was not able to do that today. Coming to one of the sections that I felt the most slow of the day. This left-hand turn, and then there's another one down here. Those were sections that I was super slow. So slow on these left-hand turns. The Mountain State Hare Scramble had a good turnout on this day, round 5. They had over 200 bikes. I believe I finished around 38th or something like that, and I was running 4th until the last lap, and whenever I fell down over the hill backwards and had to squirm my bike around to get back to the top, I lost a position, ended up 5th for the day. But the main goal of the day was not to get hurt, and I met that goal. Had an awesome time out here on the track. Kind of bums you out when you expect to go a certain speed and you're not able to do it, but I'm just thankful that I'm able to get out here and ride my dirt bike. We're coming up to one of the tricky sections. It's funny, on the first lap you don't even realize it's a problem area, but then when you get to it with bikes in the middle of it, it becomes a major problem. I'm catching Gerald. He's a fellow rider, Trail Seeker Adventure member. He started on the front row. He wanted to try the pro row. Catching up with him. it's good to be able to get around him here. I found a little hotline. He's down there stuck behind somebody, but I come down here, find my first bottleneck. One thing about this track, once you find a bottleneck, there was not a lot of options. As you can see, the wood's pretty thick, and I'm just basically waiting in line. I'm not getting off and pushing, trying to get around into the weeds, getting myself stuck. Girl comes up behind me and gives me a little push to get me over into the left rut. Appreciate that. It's good to have help out here. The old two-stroke did not want to hook up in that rut. Got some pretty used tires.
Just slide it over there.
But that will be first of many bottlenecks throughout the day.
Oh, where's the hot?
Coming into the second bottleneck. This one, there were some options to the left going up through the woods, but on another day I may go investigate those, but I was not wanting to get out and get stuck on a log or something, so I just came down here and found me a nice little rut, waited my turn, and slip and slide my way to the top. And now that I got past that, sometimes the bottleneck is bad, but the worst part about a bottleneck is once you get to the top and you're breathing hard. And I remember my very first bottleneck, I got to the top of the hill, I was so tired I couldn't even twist the throttle. On the first lap, you want to come out here and make sure you check out the track. Like coming up here, there's a left-hand turn, but there's barbed wire right there on the right. If you come up through there and go the wrong way, it could be a bad thing. You know, some of these logging roads definitely had some pretty deep holes. Didn't really have no water or mud in them, but if you come ripping out through here too fast and not see them and aren't able to stop, it could throw you down through the woods or over the bars. Definitely first lap out there, you want to check the track out. I came out on the first lap, my goggles was not prepared properly by me, ran out of film. Heidi had a baby shower to go to, so she wasn't able to come out here to help me out, but I want to thank my cousins and the crew that everybody was there to help hand me water and goggles. definitely a big help. I think I stopped about every time I came around, which is very unusual for me. I usually don't stop unless I'm on my last leg, but I think I stopped pretty much every lap around here on this mutter.
Thank you.
One good thing about coming out here and having so much traffic, you're not bored. You're constantly having somebody to interact with, whether you want to or not. There's times you come out on some of these races and you're so bored because you don't see anybody. When you're just out here playing as I am, it's kind of fun and interesting to watch other people ride and do things. But when you're like trying to get to the front, sometimes that's a little frustrating. But I was having an absolutely blast out here, slipping and sliding around with the rest of you. If you race this race, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it. This downhill was a little sketchy. Once you started, you pretty much just slid your way to the bottom. Plus there was barbed wire to the right of you. Didn't want to get too jacked up. This section wasn't quite as bad as the next little downhill section. Come over here, I think there was some slate rock or something, but there was something that would grab me somewhere like right in this area somewhere. Right there, I think it was. Right there it was. But there was something in there that made me pucker a few times. But we came down to the bottom of the hill and there was a little confusion going on. Like the track went straight, but everybody was pointing us to the right. And I thought, okay, well, it must be blocked. Nobody can get up through there or something. So I thought that we would just go to the top of the hill here and get back onto the track. So we all come over here. Get over here on this little log road, and I thought by now that we would be back over on the existing track, but everybody just keeps going and going. There's no arrows. I don't know that anybody knows where they're going, so I just keep going with them. I have no idea where I'm going, where we're going to end up. This is when it gets scary, when you get off the main trail, which evidently maybe we shouldn't be off the main trail. The next lap I came down and I stopped and they were still saying you could go either way. And they said, well, if you stay on the main track, it's quicker if it's open, but this way is longer. So I went the main trail, and it may be shorter, but it definitely wasn't quicker. So the next time I came by, I came over this way. And then the next time I came by, they had this way turned off, or shut off. It's kind of confusing exactly what was going on, but we come over here and get back onto the main track. Not 100% sure if that was approved by Mountain State Hare Scramble or not, but I would say probably not. I'm just guessing. I wasn't the only one out there. I'd say probably 90% of the people took it, so that's just one of those things that the series has to deal with. I say spectators opened it up and started guiding people to go that way.
Total mayhem out here today. Gotta get the goggles. Hello. Thank you. Crazy out here today.
I want to thank everybody for coming up and telling me that they appreciate the channel. That's why I come out here. It's not why I come out and ride, but that's why I bring the videotape, and that's why I sit in this crazy recliner and for hours and put these videos together just so you all can come out here and check out the track or show your friends and family the track that you just got done riding. That's why we do it. I want to make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. We bring the GoPro on all the events that we come out. We are Trail Seeker Adventures. We go out and seek trail, whether we're hiking, mountain biking, four-wheeling. If we're at a race event or a ride park, we bring the camera. We bring the information back to you so you can find out whether that's an event that you're interested in before you even load up the bike. Make sure you like, subscribe to our channel. I 100% appreciate all the positive feedback. As I come rolling in for one of my many pit stops, I want to give a special thanks to old Bradley Boyard, cousin.
I don't know.
His boy was out. He had struggles. Another bike fell over him and busted his radiator hose. But once again, thanks so much for watching our channel. We are Trail Seeker Adventures. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. 100%. Appreciate all the positive feedback. Once again, thank you so much. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe to our channel by just pushing the logo in the middle of the screen.